There's a moment in every expert's journey when you realize something uncomfortable, but completely liberating. Clients aren't actually buying the service you're selling. They're not buying the modules, the sessions, the curriculum, the templates, or even your expertise. They're buying the shift, the emotional, psychological, social, and financial transformation they experience because of you. And the moment you understand this, your offers stop sounding like tasks and start sounding like evolution. And evolution is something people will happily pay 10, even 20 times more for. Most entrepreneurs think they're selling the thing. They double down on describing everything they've built. The structure, the features, the bonuses. They write paragraph after paragraph about what's included, assuming more explanation will create more desire. But high-level clients don't buy explanations. They buy identity upgrades. Let me show you exactly what I mean. Imagine you're looking for a messaging strategist. One person says, "I'll help you build a clear offer, clean up your copy, refine your positioning, and improve your funnel." That sounds helpful, right? But it also sounds like work. Another strategist says, "I'll help you sound like the most powerful version of yourself, so when premium clients hear you speak, they immediately feel you're the category leader they've been looking for." Same outcome. Completely different identity shift. And the second one sells effortlessly. High-ticket buyers don't want tasks. They want elevation. They want to feel more credible, more legitimate, more powerful, more respected, more in control, more visible, more finally becoming who I always knew I was. And when your offer becomes the bridge to that identity, your clients stop hesitating and start leaning in. This is especially true if your audience is corporate women, consultants, strategic thinkers, or high-achieving professionals, people who already have skills, experience, and a reputation to protect. They don't want to take another course. They want to step into their next chapter without losing credibility, dignity, or autonomy. They want guidance that protects their authority while elevating their outcomes. So when your offer focuses too much on the mechanism, you accidentally flatten the emotional stakes. You make the offer sound like a purchase decision instead of a turning point. But the truth is, your clients aren't shopping for a product. They're shopping for a new trajectory. Think about every major investment you've ever made. The program, the coach, the consultant, whatever it was, the real reason you invested wasn't because of the deliverables. It was because you were tired of who you were being and deeply ready to become someone else. You invested because you wanted momentum instead of stagnation. You wanted clarity instead of chaos. You wanted authority instead of doubt. You wanted a business that matched your intelligence, your capability, and your ambition. Your clients feel that too. And here's the part most people overlook. When you start selling the shift instead of the thing, the actual value of your work becomes immediately obvious. You're no longer asking someone to buy a product. You're asking them to step into a story where they are the upgraded version of themselves. Let me give you a real example from a past client in our program. She used to sell career coaching. It was fine, practical, very task-oriented, but her audience, brilliant mid-career women, weren't looking for tactics. They were looking to reclaim the identity they'd buried under corporate demands. They wanted to feel powerful again. They wanted to make decisions from clarity instead of fear. So we reframed her offer. She stopped selling career coaching and started selling the version of you who walks into every room already respected. Her messaging shifted from controlling chaos to confirming identity. And suddenly, her audience felt seen. They could feel the shift, and her conversions skyrocketed. Nothing in her process changed, only the way she articulated the outcome. That's the quiet art of high-ticket sales. The more deeply you describe who they get to become, the faster they'll say yes. So if your offer isn't converting the way you want, I want you to pause and ask yourself, am I selling the mechanism or am I selling the metamorphosis? Because here's the truth. Mechanisms create hesitation. Identity creates urgency. When you sell the shift, your buyers don't need convincing. They already want the life, the reputation, the peace, the confidence, the structure, the authority, the clarity, and the elevation you represent. And when they hear you speak it, clearly, powerfully, unapologetically, they recognize themselves in what you've described. That's what makes them say, "It's time. Let's go." This is why our entire ecosystem, our templates, our programs, our systems, is built on creating the perception of elevation. Because perception isn't superficial. Perception is psychological architecture. It's the frame through which high-ticket clients decide whether you're worth following, learning from, or investing in. If you've been selling the thing, here's your strategic quick win for today. Rewrite your offer from the inside out. Don't talk about what you give them. Talk about who they become because of you. Talk about the emotional relief they've been craving for years. Talk about the mental freedom. Talk about the respect they start commanding. Talk about the identity that finally matches their capability. Talk about the new standards they'll hold. Talk about the power they step into. Talk about the relationships, boundaries, and decisions that shift. Talk about the financial increase that happens because of who they become, not just what they do. Your offer becomes magnetic the moment it becomes inevitable. And if you want to make that transition visible instantly, if you want your brand, your website, your presence, and your entire digital footprint to communicate the shift before you ever say a word, then our luxury website templates are the fastest way to do that. They're engineered to give you the same elevated perception used by high-end brands, so premium clients feel you're the real thing the moment they land. And if you want the deeper transformation, the offer, messaging, structure, sales system, and client experience that positions you for $10,000, $20,000, or even $30,000 programs, then our signature program is where we help you build that identity-driven business from the ground up. And if you want to start with something free, grab the 3 Core Systems training. It will open your eyes to exactly why your current approach feels heavier than it should, and how to build the business that actually matches your potential. Because when you stop selling the thing and start selling the shift, everything in your business changes. Your price point, your clients, your authority, your ease, your confidence, and your income. And the best part? Nothing about you has to change except the way you tell the story.